Hello everybody, welcome to my stream. May not be the brightest room in the world, may not be the best guy to watch every time, but I'm back on. I decided to be unlazy and actually do myself a favor by at least doing a live broadcast. I haven't done a video in a while, so I guess I'll just screw around and play some Destiny 2. It's not the best game to showcase or any of that stuff, you know. It's not the newest thing ever, or everyone hates this game or some shit, I guess. That's just, no. Okay, but Beyond Wisdom, aka Flawed Excuses, back with the live stream and a video, I guess, and I'm just screwing around on the tower at the moment, so hope everyone's been having an awesome day. It's still technically Saturday night, but it's been a while, like I said earlier. Been a while since I've actually been on, and if anybody wants to stop by and check out the stream, they can. I'm just screwing around on Destiny 2 because I'm kind of bored, and most everyone just decided to go with all the topics that have been going around, all the podcasts and all that stuff though too. So probably all the stuff you've probably already heard already. E3's come and gone. E3 had a pretty awesome show from almost everybody. Sony's was kind of a little underwhelming. They just showed stuff. That's it. Just stuff. That's outside of maybe Resident Evil 2's announcement, but that's eventually going to be either probably going to be more than likely multi-plat, because I don't think Capcom wants to lose any money, because they did sell well on Resident Evil 7. So, and the Kingdom Hearts thing, all the Sony fans being kind of salty about that. But if you want a broader audience, if you want people to actually respect your IP and want to share the experience with somebody, you go multi-platform. I've said before in my videos that I'm a third party kind of person. Even my experiences back all the way to the original Nintendo have me playing games that weren't published by Nintendo. The ones published by Nintendo, stuff like that, were the icing on the cake towards the end. And it's the same deal with the Sega system, stuff like that though too. So my take on most of the stuff that came out in E3 is pretty good, actually. I do like exactly what most of people brought out. There's at least one game on every conference that I'm stoked for, and also like Doom, or just even the announcement of Elder Scrolls 6 was kind of cool. Some new ESO stuff came out on the same time too, and also Bethesda showing love to Xbox by having some of their titles available on the Game Pass. And speaking of Game Pass, everyone is apparently playing State of Decay 2. State of Decay 2 sold a bunch, and some salty Sony fans are mad about the fact that it actually passed God of War and using every single argument underneath the sun. Just put it this way, it's a good launch for a title that deserves it. The first game was $20 and it sold well on the 360, and it gained a following, it gained traction, it gained enough for Microsoft to actually purchase them outright. Every game's got glitches, and State of Decay wasn't designed as a full-on AAA. Production-wise, I guess the best way to put it is, they push it as a mostly I think they were trying to push it as a AAA experience more than AAA production. They're a little over their heads when it came to like what people were expecting out of them. But for me personally, I actually like the game. Haven't really played too much of it. I've been just super busy and having multiple consoles with 1,000 different games on it to divide my attention to. It's just fleeting when it comes to that. But surprisingly, this game is like moth flying into a black hole, apparently. It is Destiny 2. Love it or hate it, someone gets sucked into it eventually. This game does run a little worse on the Pro. It's mostly on these screens here, like I'm showing right now, where it's loading in between server areas, and you can kind of see some of the streaming look a little choppy. There's slight stutters, and it's pretty much the only place that I really get it at. On the Xbox One version, I don't have those problems. This game does look a little softer with the checkerboarding, but it's still a pretty game on a 4K TV. And if you're playing playing Destiny 2 on an Xbox S or a default console, I'm so sorry for you, because that game looks like shit. The PS4 Pro version destroys the X version, not the X version, but the Xbox One default versions by a landslide. Even the PS4 regular version of this game looks better than the Xbox versions. So the only way to get a good version of Destiny 2 is by playing it on the X. Rockin' Midas, Mida multi-tool and Mida freaking mini-tool. Yeah, I decided to do something a little like a live stream, just bantering back and forth. Maybe get some friends to join me, or maybe I'll join somebody later. Just depends on exactly what's going on. So Nintendo showing a new Smash Bros. Game was pretty cool. The Switch is killing it with a lot of things though too, but there's a lot of arguments that are coming out, especially about how valid the Switch will actually be after the next generation of PlayStation and Xbox be released, and how well the platform will look or run, or if there's any third-party support pertaining to the console itself. I personally have a mild or no interest at all in the Switch. Everything it offers, I don't have anything for. I am not much of a traveler. I don't go all over the place. I don't really care to play things portable. If I'm in a location where it actually requires me to go out and do something, I'd rather pay attention to my environment than be stuck in a game which I'm only halfway interested in, and I'm stuck having to save it every 10 minutes because somebody's trying to talk to me, kind of thing. That's why I bring music along. Music's a little easier just to freaking turn off or block people out, and it's less intrusive than playing a game on the go. But everybody is completely different when it comes to their play style, their gaming styles. For some people, I find this game the most boring game in the world. I don't find Destiny 2 boring. I just think it's lackluster. There's just a lot of things that should have been more refined than to give it a warrant of a really good sequel. There are things that they did add to it, which I do like. Different abilities, but I allowed the two different play styles. And I think it still played a little safe. They could have been a little more creative when it comes to all the enemies in this. I still think that when it comes to, say, elements, when it refers to the enemies, the elements should do more damage to you, depending on your armor types. Be a little more, I guess, more robust when it comes to being the RPG part of the style of game. It's still a cool game to play. It's not the worst game I've ever played. I still think it's probably a 7 out of 10. Even the first game was a 7 out of 10. But graphics-wise, this game nails it. And it hits the atmosphere that it needs to when it comes to all the skyboxes that Bungie is known for, apparently. Because they actually have had really good skyboxes in their games and all that stuff, though, too. The content that they're going to come out with in September is supposed to appease most of the hardcore players, the ones that wanted this game to actually succeed. It's one of those, okay, have to keep the acolytes, defeat enemies with void weapons, and complete a public event. This is kind of like the wrong place to do a public event. Everyone always starts the freaking whatchamacallit, which kind of defeats the purpose of doing the public events. Shit. Good showing from E3, from almost everybody. Nintendo's showing was kind of meh, because they're at a crossroads where they don't know exactly where they're going to go with their hardware. Even though the Switch is doing really awesome. PlayStation, most of the titles that are there won't be out for a while. I'm one of like 6 people who doesn't really care about superheroes, anything actually. I still think the concept of the superheroes, like games and movies, all that kind of things, is really cool, and it goes towards the audience that it's intended for. But it's just like with the Call of Duty games. There's too many of them. There's too many comic book related freaking themes. There's no wait in between. It seems like they come out every 6 months. Comic book movies do, or something related or pertaining to that, whether it's television or not. I feel it's kind of oversaturated with the superhero genres and stuff though too. And it's fine to be not to be 100% a fan of behind the platform or style of I'm just the wrong person to ask when it comes to superheroes kind of stuff. So Spider-Man really isn't up my alley, even though I do like Sunset Overdrive and Insomniac do make pretty good games. I won't give it past enough for it to be a good game. It's funny, on occasion I'll actually get some people that are near where I live, and you could see it in the PSN IDs and all that. I guess I could start a public event, but where in the hell would it start it at, though? I really don't want to start this one. It's like pretty much the 3rd day of summer, and it's pretty dang hot where I'm at, too. It's funny, I'm a pretty decent sized Xbox fan. I do enjoy all this stuff like that because I'm a multiplayer gamer. So I spend a lot of time on multiplayer games. That's why most of the Sony games don't really full on appeal to me. The games aren't terrible. There is high praise for God of War for a reason. I still think it's a little overrated. It's in the 8s to 9s, not perfect scores. Just no good, because I don't agree that a game deserves a perfect score, period. Because all it does is just bait people who aren't fans of the title to actually freaking bitch and complain, and the ones that overhype it because they have some affection towards a certain title or a certain genre or fucking even a certain platform. I don't really think there's full-on bias of Sony when it comes to God of War. Because there's even pro Sony channels that gave it a 6 out of 10 and crap like that. Which in some instances I could agree with a 6 out of 10. I could see their points. It just depends on how you approach the genre, or if you don't like the design of the game. Just like with this game here, like I said, it's a 7 out of 10, but it looks pretty. It's got cool features. The story is not boring. It's just really predictable, and it falls flat. That's pretty much it. If it was truly boring, I wouldn't even return to this game at all, period. For any minute thing. Tons of people play Grand Theft Auto 5 all the time. That game is 5 years old. The story is just okay, and the online is still fun, but tryhardy at the same time. Tons of trolls in that game. And there's all that controversy over The Last of Us 2 and a whole bunch of other just dumb stuff. Everyone's hating on girls and blah blah blah, and there's a difference when you use social justice to shoehorn a gender or an identity into something, whether it's a race or sexual preference or sexual identity at all. It's just really stupid. And it affects your games. That's why everything feels so watered down. That's why movies feel so watered down too when they do a pandering motion. And it's not like it's a I guess the best word to put it is like hatred towards it or hating it because it does these things. Like some people will make bold statements like that when it comes to like movies or games that have certain elements to it. It's just that when a person dislikes something, they dislike it. It doesn't necessarily have to be an agenda, and everything these days has to be an agenda. That's part of the reason why I stay away from movies as much as I do. It's not like I dislike movies or older movies like that too. But even then, it's a nostalgia thing when it comes to watching older films because, mostly because, you know, it's like you see things when you're younger and have that affection hit you, like straight out the gate. So you get a different experience later. It's like that with music. Everything's subjective. You grow towards enjoying a certain platform or enjoying a certain game or movie or music. It's just where you're at in your life when it comes to certain things.
Watch out. There's another injection rig headed your way.
See, when it comes to things in my life, I'm past certain things that everyone highly praises. It's because I've seen it already. They haven't, so it makes it really, really hard to, you know, to dislike or... Hold on a second, I got myself a public event.
The Cabal sure are persistent. I'll give them that.
Don't worry. We'll deal with them as many times as it takes.
Man, the Cabal. I love me some Cabal, yo. These guys are fluffy. Giant moles. Giant gerbils. Come on, gerbil boy, let's go. Ow. Fire. No, no, no. It's pretty jarring playing this game on here compared to playing it on the Xbox One, though. Mostly because you don't get any feedback from when you're shooting. There's less vibrations. There's no tactical vibrations on it. A lot of people give a lot of grief to the light on the controller. I think the light actually adds some really cool inflections when you're playing the game. It's more cooler when it's a little darker in the room, though. I'm actually playing with the 20th anniversary controller. It's the one I got. I'm so glad I have a special guest come with me and play, though. Looks like they got offline. Ow, shit. Whoa, hello. Gotcha, son. Ooh, it's on, baby. Hammer's in your face. Boom, a heroic down. That'd be 500 personal clan XP, baby. And yes, I'm rocking voice to state stuff because the football season's around the corner.
Another day, another injection rig down.
Oh
Nice.
yeah, son. Ooh.
I'll head over and study what's left of
This
it.
guy's problem,
Maybe we
man. I
can
got some
reverse
freaking.
engineer some of their technology.
Yeah, about that.
You broke everything, didn't you?
Oh, this game, I swear. Ow, you sons of bitches. What else is there? Let's see. Really got to do 2 public events? Weak. I hope everybody checks this out later. Right now I don't got anybody on the stream, but it doesn't matter to me. As long as anybody stops by to check it out later or anything, or even jump in on live stream at all, it doesn't really bug me any. Do this for fun. Do like everybody that's in with the bullies and everything that's been going on with Z and crew and post stuff and Nath and Xbox and almost everybody. Everybody that's rocking with the broadband bullies, we don't discriminate.
I hate how the
We might discriminate. Not the way you want it to be, though. We don't do diabetic gaming. We play to the apex. Play to the apex. Most of us do lean Xbox because Xbox is actually better than PlayStation, you know. Just because Justin Bieber sells a shit ton of records doesn't mean his album's fucking a magnum opus, does it? No, it doesn't. Not like I dislike this platform or else I wouldn't be playing on it. It's still fun. It's not as high end as I like, but it's still fucking high end enough to actually enjoy it. Let's see, I guess I have to wait for another public event because I should just go to the other side. Shit, no, it's not popping up there, so guess I have to wait. We're on the same level on both platforms, on the Xbox One and on here. I could change the game up too, though, but I'm on here just to rant a little bit, just to bullshit, just to chill. Since I haven't been really doing anything on my channel at all, it doesn't really help much. It's not like I dislike what I'm doing, it's just like it seems like everyone expresses either the fanboyism or the love for their favorite platform a lot more than I do, since I've actually played it most. I do like Xbox better than PlayStation. I full 100% agree with that statement. The PlayStation 4 is the first Sony console I bought in 14 years. The original PS4 was. I enjoyed the platform enough to spend some time and invest some money into it. I have all the key exclusives that are any good. I have some terrible ones like the Order 1886 and Killzone Shadowfall, but yeah. The ones that are good, like Horizon Zero Dawn, Persona 5 were in my top games of the year last year, and I think Persona 5 is a great game. I do think Uncharted's overrated, even though I've completed 3 on Crushing. I'm 80% done with it again on Uncharted 4 on Crushing. I'm playing Lost Legacy on Crushing. I'm kind of stuck on part 1 on Crushing though, but that game's cheap as hell anyways. It's the worst one of the bunch. It's super generic. Characters are kind of lovable, but it's really predictable and hasn't aged well. Even with newer control schemes that Blue Point Games actually placed into it, falls flat. 2 and 3 are pretty cool games. Everyone claims 2 is better than 3, but I still think 3 just edges it out just barely. Outside the absence of Chloe, which is an awesome character, and besides, she sounds hot. Buddy Black's voice is great for that character, too. Not so great with the character of Eververse. That she could have just said no to. I don't know if broadcasting my game at like 11 o'clock at night on my time is worth it. I guess I gotta remember that everybody lives on the East Coast but me, apparently, so I gotta do my shit super early for anybody to pay attention. Damn, is this public event gonna show up anytime soon, or respawn, or whatever? Dang it. Guess I could just kill her. Okay, I already got the acolytes already taken care of. Guess I need to use a void weapon, so where's my void weapon at? So that's the only void weapon I have on me is the Hawthorne shotgun, so... Guess I should just use that. Or just switch my ability, I guess. Let's see, abilities? Yeah, some abilities. That's lame. Unless you're a warlock, it's kind of pointless. But let's see. Alright, fuck it, I'm killing somebody with a shotgun there. Scions are dead. And that guy's name. He called himself that when he was like 16. But guess what you can't do on PlayStation is change that crap. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I seen a dude tell me he was a huge Sony fan going, man, you guys are claiming that there's CD playback on the Xbox One. No one plays CDs. And besides, if you wanted to play CDs, I play them in my car. Okay, so your stock speakers in your Dodge sound a lot better than anyone's. Like if they have a nice sound system, even if it's a theater in a box at the house. So in other words, you don't want your PlayStation to play music natively either, because music natively sounds better than streaming because it's not lossless and compressed crap. Okay, but yet I can play a PS3 just fine with Sony's freaking Attract 3 codec, which sounds amazing, which they should have just thrown on this damn thing so you're able to burn CDs to it. Yeah, would have sounded great, but nope. You gotta use excuses and why our freaking platform doesn't support other formats at all. You gotta support DVD playback, so are you gonna make it so the thing doesn't play DVDs either? Okay, that's dumb. There's like, well, but disc-based stuff is going the way of the dinosaur, which it is to a degree. It's just sad that when it comes to physical media, music actually sounds better physically than it actually does streaming, but each your own. Until the internet's more robust and you're able to actually stream lossless content constantly without it being a bandwidth whore, yeah. And most people are subjective when it comes to music. They don't mind compression because it's just terrible. I don't care, it's background noise. Fuck off. Yes, diary. Fuckers, my shotgun in the face. Oh, it's a box with nothing in it. Let us see here. Who is online? Damn it. There isn't anybody online on my friends list so I can play right now. There's only 2 people in this lobby somewhere, and I guess I should hit up this fucking public event before it disappears in my ass. Alright. Okay, we got Chewy Lemon here, and Arcadome 99. We've got about a minute and a half, and that's about it. If anybody catches this video, like I said before, just post a comment in the bottom. Tell me exactly what kind of format you want me to do. I'm a cheapskate. I don't own a computer. I just use the freaking what's given to me on these consoles for streaming. You could also follow me on Mixer too. It's Beyond Wisdom. Actually, Beyond_Wisdom1, I think it is, on there and on Twitch as well. You follow my gamer tag too if you haven't followed me already yet on there. It's Beyond Wisdom on Xbox One, and on here on PlayStation it's Beyond Broken 78. I'm a fan of everybody. On every single podcast. And I'm just a fan of games in general. Appreciate everybody's opinion, even if I disagree with you. It's pretty hilarious how people claim this game is dead, but yet I can find people all over the place playing it. Yep, there's a public event. I'm heading there.
I'm detecting
if I didn't run into shit.
Strange hive bioenergy coming from your location, and that is never a good sign.
And it's one thing I don't understand about Destiny. It's like, why the hell are you using freaking old ass radio technology to talk to people? Ow, fuckers, ow, that shit hurt. Nope. There's I'm missing stuff again, figures. Not used to using a scout rifle like this all the time. Even though I did use the multi-tool in the first game a lot, but...
The portal's destabilized.
The Hive don't seem too happy about that.
Of course they don't.
Are the Hive ever happy?
Emotional spectrum is pretty limited.
Yeah, kinda, sorta. I would have sided with Anna Bray on that one. Damn it, you just go away, please. That's your handgun, baby.
Thanks for taking care of the Hive. Reminded me of my gunslinger days.
Yeah, baby, that was awesome. Now what? Okay, Void weapons. Defeat, it doesn't say how many enemies, though, so... Guess I'm gonna go around shotgunning somebody for a second here. It's been really slow around the gaming world right after E3. It seems like it's like you have Thanksgiving, eating all your food, and just getting, tired from all the turkey eating. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like a lull in between. And what's funny is that February is going to be an awesome month for next year. Yeah, it's going to be so bad. But at least I know I'm starting off next year by getting Resident Evil 2. That's one game that I'm really stoked to get. Because they showcased that back in, I think it was 2014. It said, we are doing this for real, Capcom is. And since Resident Evil 7 did so well, I was going to refresh some of the IP with a new take on Resident Evil 2, and I hope it comes out pretty good, because 2 and 4 are like the apex of the Resident Evil series, period. You can throw 7 in there, but 7's replayability is not as robust as, say, the 4th or second game. Second game was really cool, though, because the scenarios changed it. Started with one scenario, you get freaking different things happening in another one, and vice versa. I remember spending a whole entire damn summer playing Resident Evil 2, just by myself. See, I do have a love affection for single player games. Don't get me wrong. It's just that that's well over 20 years ago, where I actually have I don't know, like 6 games, so I pretty much had to play everything I could. There was a point where I played Resident Evil 1, and it was a chore. To even play it again, it wasn't fun anymore. So I played it so much, and even with the re-release of or the remake, or the remastered version, or whatever, or the remastered, the one that they had on the GameCube, I didn't put as much time into playing that as I did the original PlayStation version. Original PlayStation version, I go back a long way, and I know every single nuance in that game. I was able to finish the game in 58 minutes, and I was also able to do it in an hour and a half with just the knife on the original PlayStation. There's even an achievement to do it with just the knife on the newer gen consoles and all that stuff though too. But I'm so worn out on that and tired. I just don't care to do that shit anymore. That's like I said earlier. I only had like maybe 5 or 6 games, somewhere in that range, and put so much time into it. Now since I'm an adult, I spoil myself senseless with all this kind of stuff too. And I have fun playing with these games. Just that it seems like they're just too much. I have too much. Part of the reason why I can't focus on a single player game is because I own too many games, and my experience has been more towards multiplayer games, so I have more fun with those. Okay, I guess I'm done with this area for the moment. So let's go back to the tower. I hope somebody gets a chance just to stop by, and because I have chanted and bullshitted about a handful of things though, but let's see if we get this chair a little higher than that. There we go. Not the most entertaining person in the world, but I really wish they actually came out with this controller. The specific one is the 20th anniversary one with the newer light strip, because surprisingly, they actually, even that subtle thing on the controller actually makes a huge difference. When the strips across there, it's adds just certain nuance to it. It's bizarre. even though this light shouldn't be on here, or this touchpad hasn't been implemented correctly for anything, there are just certain things, certain charms about it that actually make sense, and I understand why they went with them. But the truth of these controllers is the life does suck in them. I'll check right now if I wanted to. Full charge. 40 minutes. Half battery already. And I seldom use this controller. The one I haven't used this controller in a long ass time, and the one I've been using is the one that actually comes with the Pro. So
Nice to have that charge back.
Checking now.
dismantle. These kind of shaders are trash. They shouldn't even drop those for you once you reach a certain level. It's just stupid. Alright, let's see here.
Your return honors me, Guardian.
Let's see, baseline mark. I actually like this mark, but
The world's
it's kind of too
changing,
low.
Guardian. You must prepare and adapt.
I'll just kill it though. I can just use the freaking parts. There really isn't much you can do. I've hit a freaking cap in this game because I don't have a whole ton of friends to actually do all the other, like, main stuff, I guess. I haven't really done hardly any strikes, maybe like 5, I think, on
Speak
here.
to me, not of the darkness.
I also like jumping in with noobs. I don't really. That's one helmet style I don't like in this game. Is that one? I think it's ugly as all hell.
Blue skies, dancing guardian.
Speak to me, not of the darkness. I want no.
And this must be a really strange Saturday because even when I'm going on my friends list on all either the Xbox or the PlayStation, no one's really playing anything.
Cryptographers are never known by name, only by quality of their work.
Let me check. There's got to be somebody. Surprisingly, nobody. Nobody really actually is even playing anything. There's a couple of my friends playing this game right now, but they're in the middle of doing their own thing, so it's also late for some of them. So
Don't show Zavala that beside. Hey, hey.
all right, come on, Cade, you dirty hooker, do some good. Come on, come on.
That?
Yes, Cade. We're gonna miss you when you get shot in the back of the head, Cade. Foreshadowing.
I'm here. I'm awake.
There's just subtle things about this game too that don't run as well as the Xbox version. It's mostly just minor things like on the edge. If you zoom in and stuff too, you can see like stair stepping, artifacting when you're moving, like panning. Nothing really too bad. It's mostly stuff like this right here where it's got this kind of the grate when you're panning across it. It doesn't look natural. It looks like it's like a screen. The best way to describe it's like a screen door being slowly dragged underneath you. On the Xbox version, you don't get that. It's got to see when you go like this. It's like a artifacting, but this isn't the PS4 version. This is the PS4 Pro version. PS4 version is even worse. Standard versions are worse. And it boggles my mind why the X and the Pro aren't the default consoles. They should just wean those damn slim consoles out because they're terrible. The only Pro over the PlayStation Slim or the regular PS4 what the S got is the 4K Blu-ray player. Outside of that, nothing actually. The 4K upscale looks kind of messy, and games still look inferior to the regular PS4. But all the other features outside that are actually better on the Xbox. Well, I guess that's it for that. I'm just probably gonna end it. Maybe. I don't know if I should go into some PvP. I do have a 46-minute stream, so that's a pretty decent freaking length. It's funny when you compare all the garbage stuff that Hawthorne's got right here compared to everything else you got. It's like, yeah, I might as well just push her off the cliff. Bye, Hawthorne, you're terrible. Bye, see ya. Let's see, is there anything else? Okay, I guess they're all in Hella Basin. I guess I could just go back there again. See, I still have the Nightfall and all that stuff too. That's what happens when you have multiple platforms and you can't spend 1,000 hours on something. It's like when the first game came out, I was actually able to play this game a whole lot and spend some time into it. So I didn't own very many games when this first game came out. I even bought this game, the original game of this used on here. I bought this game 4 times, technically. The first game, that is. This Zero, let's see what the hell Zero's got, and then I'll probably more than likely end the stream. I would just like anybody just to stop by. Let's hear somebody just talk for an hour. Have some good points. I do enjoy games. Just hit me up on Twitter as well. It's Twitter at Flawed Excuses. Just like my channel name is Flawed Excuses on YouTube. It's Flawed Excuses on Twitter as well. And don't be shy. I'll reply to you more than likely. Don't hesitate to follow me too if you feel like it. It's a good thing. I do enjoy the company. Crap, do I already have the colony in this console? I'm not sure if I do or not. Armamentarium though. Huh, that's on the cool side. I'll probably end up getting that. I need to go check to see if I got the colony first before I end up buying it probably. Before that, I'm actually going to probably just go into orbit. And kill the live stream here in a couple minutes. I do appreciate any support. Just hit me up online. Right now I'm a little tired. That's why I'm ranting kind of a little off kilter, but don't hesitate to stop by and say hi. Add me on PlayStation or Xbox. I'm willing to game with anybody. And just remember, go ahead and keep it broadband.